fam? Today I got for you guys my long-awaited Phase 4 5K training plan video. If you guys haven't checked out the first 3 videos, link them in the cards. Go back to Phase 1, watch it, learn about the philosophies of training that I have, and finish 2 and 3, and then come back to this video. If you guys like my content, make sure to smash that like button. It really tells YouTube to push out the video, and it really supports the channel, so I thank you in advance. Guys, leave a comment down below if you got any questions as we go through this. And as you guys can see in front of you, I'm using an app called Trackster. I have started private coaching online, so if you guys are interested in hiring me as a private coach, link in the description down below to download the Trackster app. You can find me on there, click request, or you can also shoot me an email. My email will also be in the description. So without further ado, let's get to the long-awaited Phase 4 of the 5K training plan. So here's the Trackster app. The first week you guys see in front of you right here is actually the last week of Phase 3 just put into Trackster. I only flipped Saturday and Sunday from Phase 3 because when I made Phase 3 we were in the midst of COVID and there was no races, so it was a time trial, so I originally had the race on a Sunday instead of the now Saturday. This app is pretty cool. Lift session here, watch this, you click on this. I have my YouTube lift routine, some notes here, and what exercise I do. You can click on this, and it'll actually take you to my YouTube video that I made on lift training for distance runners. But just to recap for that first week, 40-40, 5-minute easy run with some strides. Then we had a tune-up workout. Tune-up, guys, if you want to see this without, me explaining everything, or if you want to follow along, this portion of this plan will be free. All you have to do is just go look at the plan under my account on Trackster, just Phase 4. Let's see here, tune up 1 by 1,000 meter, 4 by 400. Explain, glute activation routine and stuff like that. Guys, as we go through this, the glute activation is implied pretty much for all the runs. There may be some spots where it's not in there, but trust me, the glute activation routines are important and they're supposed to be in there. 60 to 65 minute easy run, a light fartlek to shake out the legs, 40-45 easy run, and then a 5,000 meter race, and then 30-35 minute easy run and strides. Okay, so now we are officially in Phase 4. Phase 4 is the, you're probably going to be racing a lot, although I'm not a fan of racing all the time. Maybe racing a little bit more in Phase 4. This phase lasts about 4 to 6 weeks, and it's pretty specific to the 5K and potentially 10K, as you'll see a lot of the workouts are actually tailored to the demands of a 5K or 10K. So a lot of interval type sessions and a lot of threshold type sessions. So we got the first week here. Because we had a race the week prior, we're going to take it somewhat easy, but still stress the body appropriately, do a little tempo workout, 3 by 5 minute cruise intervals with 2-minute jog rests, and I explained the workout down here. They're supposed to be done at half marathon effort. We still got the midweek long runs. We're going to slowly start cutting back as we progress through this last 6 weeks. Pick big races when you guys have races, so they really count and the adrenaline will pull you through. 40-45 minute easy run the day after that with some strides. And then over here, we have hard intervals, 6 by 3 minutes or 2-minute jog rests rather than 1Ks. I like training by time because, people at different fitness levels cover a different amount of ground and certain amount of time. So if we do it by 3 minutes, because that's the minimum amount of time it takes, according to Jack Daniels, for your body to actually hit VO2 max, which is what we want to stress. And it takes about 2 minutes in order for you to be able to hit VO2 max. Then we're going to do about a 2-minute jog. Again, glute activation routine, the warm-up drills, strides, stuff like that. Oh, and we also get some strides after that as well for some turnover. Now over here, I have the heavy lift session for Phase 4. Pretty detailed in this box. For lifting, if you've made it this far in the training plan, we're probably I believe this training plan is anywhere from 12 to 16 weeks long. So chances are, if you've been following appropriately, you probably have been lifting, at least twice a week. And at this point, we should be lifting heavy, lifting for power, low rep, high weight with full recovery, minimum of 3 minutes between sets. This shouldn't be anything new. At this point in Phase 4, we're just using the same weight we have been using. You should have at least been stressing your body with the heavy weight stuff in this fashion for at least 3 to 4 weeks beforehand. So a lot of stuff in phase 4 is more so maintenance on the supplemental work and sharpening and cutting back on volume to help increase performance. So over here, I explain the concept of the heavy lift at this point in time. I also have a video on heavy lifting for runners, so you can click on that, it will pop up and watch it. And I explain down there in the exercises as well. Do the heavy lift on the same day as your hard days and do it after you finish the workout, preferably later in the day, at least 4 to 6 hours later. So the two exercises don't interfere with each other. But if you have to do it directly after, that's totally fine. And I believe we went over this already, the 6x3 minute stream jog. Yes, we did. Okay, so as I mentioned the plans prior, the options of doubles. If you guys have been doing doubles, meaning running more than once a day, and we're at phase 4 of training, if you're used to it, then if you were running, say you were running 3 to 5 doubles a week, I want you to cut back to at least 2. If you're running 2 doubles a week, then cut back to at least 1. If you're running 1 double a week, then cut back to no doubles for this next 6 weeks. You won't lose fitness per se. Your body can maintain a lot of stuff for at least 6 weeks. So that's why we have the supplemental stuff cut down to like 1 week and stuff like that. Still have the option to take days off. If you've been taking days off, I do like to take days off either the day after the hardest session, or you can jog 30-35 minutes, which I believe is a lot better because it helps get the blood flowing so your legs don't feel as stiff. Now, Saturday, long run of a minimum of 90 minutes. If you've been doing 2 hours, it's okay to drop back to 90 minutes. Remember, you've just spent, 12 weeks or so, or 8 weeks or so, just building up that mileage and the time spent on your feet. And it's okay to drop back to about 90 minutes. You actually will not lose your endurance if you've been doing 2+ hours and you drop back to 90 minutes for the next 6 weeks. As long as you hit at least 90 minutes, and I believe that's either according to Coach Benson or Coach Jack Daniels. Next, we got 40-45 minutes to recover from the last 3 sessions on Sunday. Monday, 20-minute tempo run, classic with some 200s or 30 seconds, 4x30 seconds with full recovery. Again, as you guys probably know, by the time you get to this video, tempo runs are supposed to be done at threshold effort, half marathon type effort, an effort that you think you can hold for at least an hour, and talk in small sentences. And then the 4x30 seconds is just to get some turnover, full recovery, so that you can run each as efficient as the first. 60-65 minute easy run, midweek long run, again 40-45 minute easy run with some strides. It becomes pretty even in terms of like for the rest of the training plan on the types of workouts, with a little tweaking here and there you guys will probably notice. But again, heavy lifting, we already talked about that. And then after the hard intervals, which this time will be 5x4 minutes with 3-minute jog rests. The reason why I prefer to do time-based, anything above 5 minutes, because there are people at different fitness levels, is actually kind of like over-stressing the body when it comes to like VO2 max work. It takes the body about 2 minutes to get up to there. I already said that. With long intervals like this, recovery doesn't matter so much. So the 3-minute recovery is totally fine. You'll get about 2 minutes worth of VO2 max work or so for 5, so about 10 minutes, which ironically is about how long your body can maintain in a 3K or 3,200 meter race. So this is plenty enough work to get the stimulus that you want. Where are we? Okay. Next, off or 30-35 minute easy run. Again, 90 minutes, and then 40-45 minute easy run and strides. Okay, so now we got race week of the first race of a 5,000 meter race coming up. And because of the race coming up and the hard session we had here, I like to have a modified session on this Monday. Cruise intervals, 3x5 minute cruise intervals or 2-minute jog rests. Again, cruise intervals, another term for tempo, broken up, another term for lactate threshold, just running at a comfortably hard pace. We're going to start cutting back in the midweek long runs here. On Wednesday, we're going to do a light fartlek just to get the legs turning. You guys have seen this workout. It's basically 8x60 second fartlek, 1-to-1 within the run itself to get the body primed. 40-45 minute easy run, and then 30 minute easy run with 4x50 second strides, 45 second jog recovery, and then we got our 5,000 meter race. Hopefully you'll PR here. And then the day after that, since we didn't have an off day, you can take the off day now on this Sunday. The cool thing about Trackster, fam, is that you can actually, I know this is like February, it shows, but you can actually shift to where you want it to be. So, okay. Let's scroll down here. All right, so this Monday after your first 5,000 meter race during phase 4, we got 2 by 10 minute cruise intervals with 2 minute jog rest. Same concept. Tempo pace for those, training the body to clear that blood lactate production as fast as it's making it, so you become more efficient at running at a faster pace for a longer period of time. Next, midweek long run. Next, 40-45 minute easy run and strides. Next, pretty much the same hard interval session we did about 3 weeks ago. Keep in mind, fam, that workouts are workouts. You're not trying to better yourself during the workout. So if for some reason you feel like crap, go always by body feel. Don't overdo things. If you have to move the workout to the next day, it's totally fine. And then again, the heavy lift session after that. That Friday, 30-35 minutes easy run or off, 90-95 minute long run on Saturday, and then 40-45 minute on Sunday with some strides, I believe. Let's toggle. All right, so we got 3 weeks left in this plan. We already said that, 2 by 10 minutes. 2 weeks left. We have the 15-minute tempo run on Monday with 4 by 30 seconds or 200s if you want to do 200s with full jog recovery between the 4 by 30 seconds. Tempo run and midweek long run of 50-55 minutes, 40-45 minute easy run. And this is our last heavy lift session right here, and our last hard interval session, which is pretty much the same interval session we did about, I believe, 3 weeks ago. Then off for 30-35 minute easy run, 90-95 minute long run, last one there, and then 40-45 minute easy run. Oh yeah, for the weekends that have the 5,000 meter time trials or races, you should be able to either do a long cool down, so the amount of time spent running for that day is at least 90 minutes. So that's what you should do. And finally, the last week tune-up workout that we showed, I believe at the start of this phase or right before, the week before the start of this phase, 50-55 minute easy run, light fartlek 8 by 60 second strides with 1-to-1 built into the run, 40-45 minute easy run, 30-minute easy run, and your final 5,000 meter race. If you guys got any questions, comment down below. I'm sure I'm going to get something like, why not do like, repeat 400s or, which I'll talk about now, instead of all this other strength-based stuff. And the reason is that to hit VO2 max, it's going to take several quarters or 400 meter intervals for you to be able to get there with a short period of rest. And sometimes when people do quarters, maybe they take a really long rest, but that would be specific more towards like the phase 1, sharpening the body, getting ready the body to run fast. I mean, you could do 12 quarters in like 70 with full recovery and then expect to run a 14:30. It doesn't really work like that on the track. Remember, a mile is about, 75% aerobic, and a 5K is about 91% aerobic. So your training should be tailored, especially this part of the phase, towards the specificity of that event you're trying to do. So that's why I don't have people do quarters. We do sharpening stuff in the sense of strides and maybe some 200s or the 30-second bouts there, but nothing too crazy. All the sharpening, all the neuromuscular stuff is pretty much done up to this phase. This phase is pretty much like the hay is in the barn, and you're just sharpening and putting on the final touches to run your best 5,000 meter race. All right, fam, so that was phase 4 of my 5K training plan. Again, you can go in the link in the description down below. This plan itself will be on Trackster for free, just phase 4. So if I seem to have flown through everything, in the later stages of this phase, it did get pretty monotonous in terms of the types of runs, but you can always go onto the app and click on it and see what the runs were. And make sure to smash that like button. It really does help the video. Engage with the video. Share it to a runner in need. And yeah, love you guys. Watch this video next, or make sure you watch the other phases, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.